Hey, I am 3 weeks post-op with Dr. Andrew Ives in Melbourne. I almost wasn't going to do an update today because I don't have a hell of a lot to say. There haven't been many changes. My nipples look basically the same as they did about a week ago, which has me a little bit worried. I know in one of my previous videos I said that I didn't want to document the healing process, but I realized that when I started freaking out about what my nipples look like and was that right and should they look that way, I did a lot of online research and I couldn't find anyone who had the larger nipple areolar complex and kept their nipple size, and so everyone's healing pictures looked a hell of a lot different to mine. So I thought it would be really selfish of me to not share those eventually, because if anyone else decides to go through this particular process, they should have access to some resources. So I've been taking photos of my nipple and scar area every 4 days, which is when I change both the bandages and the tape. And then I'll do a little timeline once I feel my nipples are fully healed. But they're still hella gruddy, and that probably won't be for a while. So 3 weeks post-op, there's not a lot to say. One change that happened about a week ago, just after my last video, was I can now take my binder on and off without any help from people. That took about 2 weeks. So yay! That took me a while to be able to do that. Which is good, which means I can now have my baths and do my washing and change my tape when no one else is home. Could totally do this by myself. I also really like Andrew's binders, post-op binders, because I feel like this one's pretty comfortable, and I feel like a lot of the ones I see from other surgeons don't look very comfortable. Also, a few days ago I started being able to sleep on my side, but only for about 2 or 3 hours at a time. Then I'd wake up and have a lot of pain, and then I'd have to lie on my back or change to the other side. But that's cool because now I have 3 positions that I can alternate between while sleeping instead of just having the one. Yeah, my energy levels are about 70% of what they were pre-surgery. Like, I went for a couple of walks the other day and then I was exhausted. I'm really glad I took 4 weeks off work instead of the recommended 2, even though my work is quite physically intensive and I work really long hours. So that made more sense. But even if I had a desk job, I feel like my mental attention span isn't quite where it was. I start back at uni in a week as well, and I'm trying to do all the pre-readings, and okay, I didn't have a super great attention span beforehand when reading non-fiction, and I'm working on that, but I'm just kind of zoning out a bit more, and that might just be because I've had like 7 months off uni, so maybe I just need to get back into the swing of things again. Yeah, so that's it, me 3 weeks post-op. Not loads to report. If you have any questions, write them down below and I'll answer them in like a Q&A video one time in the future. But that's all.